Good morning, everyone. Today is the big day. We finally get the new M.A.R.S system. However, on top of that, there's actually a lot of other hidden surprises in this update. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over is, of course, the new action system M.A.R.S. This is now available. Remember, you can use it in every single game mode, so definitely take full advantage of that. Now, I highly recommend people to go into the limited time quest M.A.R.S training center, as it is a limited time quest. It is a solo instance, and there's no time limit, there's no rewards. However, there are little battery packs that you can pick up so that you can constantly go into the M.A.R.S system to test out all the different weapons, as well as all the different sub-weapons, in order to test all the different variations to see which one works best for you. The next big update is, of course, with the Alio region. We do have Crimson Realm in the Alio region as well, so that is going to be another huge incentive to just farm there. Now, I'm not entirely sure on what new things are going to be dropping. However, we do have confirmation in the patch notes of new capsules, which I'll go over later in this video. Now, other than that, there are plenty of quality of life improvements. So for example, we actually get new innerwear for free for everyone as well. You got some little banners over here, you've got some more build parts, and of course over here there are some changes with the Augment capsule system. Like, they give you a little letter on the side letting you know that, what capsule this actually is, so that you don't misread any of the capsules and accidentally put the wrong capsule. Now, on top of that, there is also the AC Scratch Ticket Halpha Summer Splash, which has some really nice outfits as well as weapon camos actually. Now, with all of that out of the way, let us jump into the different campaigns. So the first campaign is, of course, the Use M.A.R.S and Get Fancy Items campaign. This one is relatively simple. They just want you to use the M.A.R.S system and just mess around and try out all the new systems. And once you do, you get a bunch of different new cosmetic items for your M.A.R.S system, because for those who didn't know, you can actually customize how the M.A.R.S system looks. So let's say that you don't want twin cannons at the side, you only want one cannon. You can do that. There's a lot of customizability with the whole M.A.R.S system. And in order to get a lot of these cosmetic items, as well as star gems, as well as Meseta, you can get all of this from this campaign by simply just utilizing the M.A.R.S system. And then on top of that, there's also a part 2 of this, where it actually starts on September 11th, so there's still a lot of time before this comes in, but nevertheless, we will get build parts of your M.A.R.S system in case you want to put it in your personal quarters. Now, for my friends who are a little bit curious about how the M.A.R.S system works, they have actually updated their FAQ over here, where it tells you the differences between all of the different weapons, as well as all of the different sub-armaments and what they do. So if you do want to give this a quick read, I highly recommend that you do so. I will leave the link in the description below. The next campaign is the great deals in the AC shop. Over here, there are 2 new packages. The first one is a 90 days premium for 3000 AC. Personally, I think this one is the one to get if you were planning to get premium anyway, simply because premium already costs 3000. But on top of that, you get an end augmentation protection as a bonus. And on top of that, you also get a preset skill enhanced success and substitute level 3. So this basically guarantees you fix a level 4 on whatever weapon or armor that you want, which is very useful. You also get an SG Legacy Coordination Badge pose, so this lets you pick up any SG poses that you wanted from the SG Scratch before. And on top of that, you also get 3 Gladius Souls. Now, of course, they're not Gland Gladius Souls, but you can still use these for crafting, and you can sell them on the market as well, since they are not the S variant, they're just regular Gladius Souls. Now, the second package over here does cost 720 AC, so it's a little bit less than the 3000 AC, but I'm not entirely sure about its worth, because it does give you an N rare drop rate plus 200%. It gives you 3 of these. It gives you an Augment Transfer Pass voucher. Remember, these are vouchers. It gives you 4 of these vouchers, which, I mean, it's okay, I guess. You get an NEX rare drop rate plus 50%. You can stack these on top of this, so you can actually get 250% if you stack them together. And then you get 2 Fusia capsules as well as 2 Foundia capsules. The bonus items aren't very attractive here, but if you were going to farm a lot and you wanted to stack a bunch of rare drop rate, this might be an incentive. But personally, I would avoid buying this package simply because it's just not very attractive. And as we all know, rare drop rate kind of is a lie. We've been shafted so many times, or at least I've been shafted so many times, that honestly, it's not really worth it in my personal opinion. The next thing I want to go over is, of course, PSO2 day is right around the corner. Now, keep in mind, we do not have the new updated PSO2 day. That doesn't come in until next month, I believe. So this month's PSO2 day is still the regular everyone, so it's just gonna last one day, and you know, it's EXP plus 50%, rare drop rate plus 100%, and this applies to everyone. We all get some bonus items, including some star gems, as well as some special scratch tickets, so that is pretty nice. However, just understand that next month we get a new updated PSO2 day, where the premium user PSO2 day is getting phased out, so everyone is gonna get 6 days worth of PSO2 day every single month. So I can't wait for those changes to kick in, because that's just so much more attractive to everyone. But for this month, it's still the old PSO2 day, so you know, the usuals. But now for the meat and potatoes of today's video, and that is of course the system updates or the patch notes. So the first thing is of course the M.A.R.S system is being implemented. The next thing is the quick food. So when you go to your little Ryuker device to eat your food, when you're eating the food, your animation locked, and you gotta wait like 3 seconds or something for your character to eat the food. Now it is instant. The moment you activate your food buff, you can start moving, you could run around, and your character will just chug the food while they're running, which is actually pretty cool. So I'm very happy about this. It'll save a little bit of time, especially for a lot of my min-maxers out there, or people who just don't have a lot of time to play and don't like being stuck in a silly animation. Another bug that they fixed really quickly actually was the camera controls on smaller bosses. So when you're fighting Kalkundo, Bujin, Isuka Bujin, Reisetsu, and stuff like that, the camera would zoom in pretty close. It wouldn't like zoom all the way out like against some of the bigger bosses. However, now you can actually adjust it so that it zooms all the way out, so that you can see a little bit more of the battlefield while you're fighting against these smaller bosses. Now on top of that, there's going to be a ton of changes, mainly all buffs, with the exploration points from the unlock sign. So this is of course the nameless city exploration changes. So remember all the little points that you pick up. Basically, when there's that special event, when you pick up those coins, it used to only give you 100 points for the big ones and 15 points for the small ones. They buffed it up, so now you get 250 points for the large ones and 25 points for the small coins. So this hopefully is going to make it a lot easier to get the maximum rewards every time that special event comes up. But on top of that, they have also increased the number of chests in the nameless city, so that is also really nice. They've also added the new trial Driveris suppression, because remember, we are getting Crimson Realm in the Aleo region, so of course Driveris is back. Then another big change is of course they have added a new rank to the Urgent Quest Dark Falls Interception, as well as Battle of Halpha Lake. So when the UQs do come up, make sure that you actually check it, and make sure that you do have enough battle power in order to participate in the new high ranks. Now on top of that, there's also a bunch of quality life changes to our interface, just making things a lot easier to navigate. Character creation, again, we get that new free innerwear, but this is the part that I want to talk about. That is the items. We're actually getting new items in the Augment capsule product list in the item lab under exchange enhancement materials, and as we can see here, we're getting Grand Dreadkeeper 2. This is very interesting. I was not expecting this, but Grand Dreadkeeper 2 is now going to be available. We're getting the doable capsules level 5s, which are also available, and of course all the different weapon camos in our ARC's record badge exchange shop has also been updated. Now on top of that, we also have a new High Kavaris Dominant LC capsule, which you can exchange for with Growth Mint, so that is also really nice. But the main thing I want to point out over here is of course going to be the Grand Dreadkeeper 2. That's going to be the main thing that a lot of people are going to be looking at, because, you know, with our armors now pretty much confirmed, where we're going to be able to transfer all of our augments from our old armor to the new 10-star rarity armors with the augment transfer passes, you know, I'm not going to hesitate at all in putting Grand Dreadkeeper 2 into all of my new armors, of course depending on the stats. I'm going to need to look at this augment the moment the servers go live to see what stats this augment actually gives. Now other than that, there are a ton of other quality of life changes, such as your Alliance Mag snoring volume. Apparently your Alliance Mag snored really loudly. They've reduced the volume for that. Personally, I'd never really noticed, I'm gonna be real with you, but nevertheless that seems to be a case. There's also some updates with line strike, so a lot of quality of life stuff here. But on top of that, there's also a huge list of bug fixes. So first of all, there are some confirmed issues, so these are some bugs that they haven't fixed yet. Hopefully they'll fix these soon. But as we can see under bug fixes for NGS, there is an entire wall of text, and there are more bugs that need to be fixed in NGS as well as PSO2, as you can see right here. So hopefully they will fix all of these bugs ASAP. And on top of that, we are also getting compensated the seasonal weapon camo, because remember, we were not able to get the new seasonal weapon camo from the title system because it was bugged out. So we're all going to be able to get that via the mail system. So the moment you log in, just check your mail and you will get this weapon camo for free, really easy. And last but not least, I do want to touch on the different fashion items on Halpha Summer Splash. So this is the new AC scratch that just kicks in. Personally, I really like all of the cosmetic items over here. For all the male characters, there are some yukatas over here. Well, I mean, I guess Ran also gets one as well. But for Aina and Manon, they do get some swimsuits, which are really, really cute and really, really nice. But the main thing that I want to focus on are going to be the weapon camos. So as you can see over here, there are two different weapon camos for Manon, which are, of course, these parasols or umbrellas. And then we also have some super soakers over here. And there are also two different variations over here. So that's going to look pretty good. And we also have a ton of different makeup and cool stuff over here, including this fire dance mask, which I quite like. And of course, we do get some hairstyle extensions. I feel like a lot of people sleep on the extensions because you can make some really, really cool hairstyles with some of these extensions. But nevertheless, I think this is pretty cool. Oh my god, what is this dragon mask? I see a lot of troll potential with these. But nevertheless, you know, this scratch looks fabulous and I can't wait to see what you guys cook up. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.